Thanks for joining us at XM.com. I'm Christina Marujos. Joining me today is Senior Investment Analyst Rafi Boyadjian. We'll be having a closer look at the Eurozone PMIs out on Wednesday and the outlook for the euro. Markets are anticipating a positive print. However, that doesn't mean the Eurozone economy is out of the woods, as a lot of the bloc's countries are still in lockdown and the vaccine rollout has been painfully slow. Therefore, Rafi, how much are the PMIs likely to matter for markets right now?
Well, Christina, so we are expecting marginal improvement in the flash PMIs for March, and that's mainly because there was some easing of restrictions in February and early March. However, in the past week, we have seen fresh announcements coming from major European economies such as France, Germany, and Italy, all announcing either renewed lockdowns or an extension of existing lockdowns. So it's almost certain that the outlook for the coming months is going to deteriorate. So it's going to be very unlikely we're going to see a substantial lifting of virus curves before the summer, and all of this has pushed back the timeline of the Eurozone recovery. And on top of all that, Europe is still lagging on the vaccination front in comparison to the UK, which has just vaccinated 50% of its adult population. The US has vaccinated 100 million Americans. European countries have vaccinated around 10% of their total population, and there's also a row now with AstraZeneca with the UK. The EU is threatening to limit exports to the UK, which is just really undermining trust in the EU's vaccine rollout. So even if we were to get somewhat positive PMIs on Wednesday, it's not looking good for the next few months for the euro area.
And now let's turn to the euro. It has been under pressure lately, especially against the dollar, as the US is handling the vaccine developments much more successfully. Can Wednesday's PMIs offer sustainable support to the single currency?
So it's highly unlikely the euro is going to get a substantial boost from any upbeat PMIs, because if we were to get any upbeat PMIs, that would be seen as a blip, because it's almost certain that those PMI numbers will get much worse in the coming months, and especially compared to the US. So euro dollar is looking increasingly negative because the US is not only vaccinating faster, but they're also providing more stimulus to the US economy. So US is set for a very strong growth in the second quarter and onwards, whereas it's uncertain as to what's going to happen to the European recovery. Is it going to be able to gather some speed in the second half of this year? It's all going to depend very much on how soon the European Union is going to get a grip on its vaccine rollout. And that's pretty much what traders are becoming increasingly focused on, is basically the European Union starting to do a better job of its vaccination program, and the euro's fate is increasingly tied to that. So unless investors see substantial improvement on the vaccination front, the euro will probably continue to struggle.
Rafi, thank you for joining me today. This was a Forex Preview on Eurozone PMIs out on Wednesday. Thanks for watching at XM.com.